circle, starting to close, shoots the
Mhm.
Mirage clone, realized he had a little bit of, you can see the arm shake, he realized it was a clone.
Very unfortunate. He is absolutely mad about that bamboozle. Pander pushing up with the squad here, looking for some peaks. He is going to get the micro drones hit on him from that seer. There are some drops as well on the left side. They need to push that crate if they really want to have a chance of success. 3 squads left. It's Gibby full sending it.
Full send into the rock, gonna make it, but I don't know if they're safe from both angles. It's gonna be a really tight place to play. He's gonna see one on top of the rock, puts down the dome on the rock. He's gonna see, oh wow, that is
Oh,
very scary to see.
Mirage pulling out his ult as Gibby pulls out his bubble. That was a smart counterplay to playing that bubble, because if he would have went in solo there, he could have found himself out and about. But he decided to make the right call and just throw everyone off. Getting the shields off, it's Weta on that Wattson, going for the micro drones to cancel any kind of healing just in case, and that does it! 2 squads left, and it's the final third-party push. Weta trying to secure this W, getting the pop off here, 87 damage. Let's see if they can get that swap off as well. It's Internerd
Hopefully
Gaming.
they can.
Getting the
Internet
knockout
Gaming.
Pander,
Oh, Internet
Mondo.
Gaming absolutely beamed. Wraith behind the rock. Gonna try to go for something on the crate. Gonna push and get the dub. Let's go.
That is a GG here on round 1, game 1 of week 2, day 2 of the Amateur Apex Circuit. Young Boy Paxson, Twitch Weta, and TTV Aduvant here to win the first game.
Very nice. Saw some very cool plays. Couple of weird things too, but it was. I think I still think that Mirage play on the dome. I think that probably won them the game. Seeing that on like a seer ult is frightening.
Oh yeah, I would have to agree with you on that one for real. And they just played it off so well with that bubble timing as well. That is how you just secure your W. Keep it cool, keep it calm, making sure your comms around as a unit are there. And then Aduvant again with just those absolute beams.
Coming in with the gun skill. Sometimes all you need is a 200 to the body. That's it.
200 to the body, a nice cold brewski, and everything else to make yourself win. And here we are back again after game one here on the Apex Legends Amateur Circuit game, week two of the second series. You got the first game going to the big boy Inner Nerd Gaming here with 17 kills as a unit. Holy smokes, what a play! Giving themselves a total of 29 points to actually secure themselves a nice leverage here going into game two. Maybe they can hold off here, get their adrenaline down a little bit, don't you think? And Blunder, tell me, what do you have to think about this scoreboard so far? What are you seeing that's interesting?
There is one major thing that I have noticed, and that is Antimatter Gaming only coming in with 1 point that game. Very interesting considering the past 5 games, how they have absolutely dominated the scoreboard. However, this time doesn't seem to be the case. Internet Gaming came in, something to prove. They did that, and now they're gonna probably ride that wave all the way to the end.
Let's
I sure
hope
hope so.
Yeah, let's hope they can get themselves something to prove here because we need to see a little bit of action here. You got all these new teams here as well. Starting off hot, you got GCU Esports as well with a total of 18 points here in game one, 9 kills as their team rolls out, as well as UA Crimson sitting pretty in third place thus far after game one here with 11 points. You got Kaiser Lakeland as well and KLK GCU both dropping a few points for their boys as well. Now, tell me, going into game two, what do you think that these teams that haven't been picking up those paces here, getting into themselves into a late round, finding themselves third party early on, what do they need to do to find themselves success here going into the second game?
Personally, I think a large amount of this game is decided before you even drop off the dropship. You need a perfect comp for what you're trying to do, and also the thing is, you need a little bit of luck. All right, I think there were some
Situation where you just go for something light, maybe 1 or 2 kills, and even then, going for that positional advantage can make sure you get yourself points on the board. Even if you don't get that many kills, it's always about late game. You get the most points by winning. So that's what you should be going for. And being clear with your teammates and knowing where you guys are going to push as a unit can really take you guys a long way.
Yeah, I think there was some, especially some moments during the second to last final circle where we saw a couple, I think, mishaps with that, especially with teams going in. You'd see, maybe a Wraith or something go and immediately get down, and then your teammates are going to try to have to pick up your slack. So hopefully next game we're going to see a little bit more. I think maybe a little bit more coordination would make for some really cool fights.
Yep, we're going to clean up the mess. We're going to tidy up a bit. We're going to tighten everything together. Screw those loose screws. Trust me, we're going to tighten them up. And then once we are running together as a consecutive group, I'm going to be seeing some beautiful gameplay here going into the second, third, fourth, and fifth game here in this second week.
Yeah, and personally, the thing is, we know they're good. I want to see Antimatter absolutely dominate. Even though they've been doing that, I want to see it happen. I think it'd be pretty interesting just to get one more game of them showing absolute dominance. I mean, I think at this point they are just a very solid team, but this game, I think there were a couple of things that might have happened. So I think I want to see what they, adjust. Maybe a comp, like maybe a legend change, maybe a positional change, maybe a drop change. We'll see.
And as well as that, I personally am a big fan of an underdog story. So I love seeing these new teams who haven't been seeing so much action have their chance at a spotlight here and getting themselves a massive amount of points here. Something that you notice as well is you got GCU Esports here finding themselves in second place, I think, here for the first time this season. They're going to be finding themselves a chance at holding that ground. If they can hold that second, third place, even finding a couple dubs, then hey, you could find yourself going really, really well here into this tournament.
Yeah, and I think, I especially for, some teams who end up on the lower end, I think they're definitely going to adjust their play styles. And we're going to see some, I think, more shakeups and I think some interesting plays. I mean, personally, look, as a Watson main, whenever I see a Watson picked anywhere, I get a little bit of excitement. I get a little jump for joy, shall we say. So, hopefully we'll see a little bit more uh interesting comps. I think there was a Watson. They made it decently far from what I remember. So I think
Like fourth, fifth place, yeah.
yeah, yeah, something like that. So I think it'll be pretty interesting to see that.
And as well as that, you know who I've been missing from this gameplay?
A little bit
I've
of
been missing a
octane.
little bit of Revtane. Now a little bit of Revtane.
Ooh,
Maybe a
ooh.
little crypto, a crypto octane, and possibly like not even Valkyrie, but Gibby or Caustic as a third to fortify yourself. But I love seeing an EMP and jump pad combo. It is just so smooth. Like you can do so much with it when you break those initial shields, getting them stunned and just absolutely bamboozling them and bombarding them with everything you got. It can just be an absolute meltdown for a team who is just even if you're a very articulate and mechanical gamer, and if you get like completely rushed out by a team with an EMP and jump pad, it can completely throw off anybody if it's done right.
Especially, I think very very mechanical players too. I think sometimes, if especially in a difficult situation, what I've seen is players will switch in between targets so fast they don't down them. They'll just do like 50 damage, 50 damage, 50 damage. They'll get down themselves.
True that. It's like as long as you're popping off that initial damage and you trust in your teammates, that knock will present itself if you do damage yourself.
Yeah, we're gonna see some very interesting plays, I think, and some pretty. I want to see some cool comps personally. I want to see personally. I want to see a Valk, Caustic, and Gibby. That would be very
Hmm.
cool. There's a lot of defense there, but I think, especially from the way teams have been playing, I think that kind of comp could really succeed in this lobby.
Yeah, that caustic Gibby play as well when you're trying to hold a building down. You got a Gibby shield for reses, you got it for just general protection, and then that gas, people will always doubt the gas in this game, but trust, it is just so annoying to play against. Like, if you can hold down a building, you get yourself 4 barrels covering each door. Anyone pushes at a moment's notice, you got info of where they are. They got damage ticking away, and you have found yourself just in yourself a best position possible.
Oh, and we're
And here it is. I believe we are starting game 2 here of the Apex Amateur Circuit. Let's see what teams we got so far. I'm seeing some Seers, I'm seeing some Bloodhounds, and a Duvin coming back with good old Mirage.
good to see him back, man. So we enter into game number 2, Hot Zone. Very interesting place. I do not like fighting there. I really, honestly, strongly dislike it. But we're gonna see what goes on here.
Yep, you got a couple teams going on that hot shot on Climatizer. One team dropping over by Overlook. It looks like we got 2 teams that are going to be dropping over by Fragment. One going for those the village over by Geyser. Let's see what we got. A couple teams going Countdown. It looks like only 2 teams are going to be dropping at Skyhook. That's a lot of loot for 2 teams.
Yeah, and especially I think people later are gonna realize, oh wait, only 2 teams dropped there. Let's try to go there and look for some extra loot. So I think we might be seeing a couple fights in Skyhook, maybe and probably actually no, I'm not gonna say probably, definitely a couple fights in Fragment.
Agreed, indeed. You got 2 teams over at Big Mod. You got 2 teams at Lava Siphon. A couple teams over by Lava Fissure as well. And then Harvester is going to be seeing some action as well. So it looks like all across around the board, you're going to be seeing some initial damage here, all taking on ones. You kind of like to see that, though. Not a lot of teams just bombarding each other all at once, because that is just luck at that point if you can make it out of that alive. So everyone's just calculating their play. And it looks like Hamchoi is just going to be using his cells when he has a gray swap behind him. But that's okay.
Yeah, maybe he likes his shield. It's his favorite. You know, and oh, antimatter getting that perfect hold on top. Nothing really you can do there at that point. It is incredibly difficult unless you got a wraith, which at this point in the game is not possible. And we're gonna be seeing some pod shots out from the
Wow.
flatline crypto.
Do you see how Anti's playing this, though? They are just pressing SJSU out all covering themselves, spread out, all taking that initial damage. And look at Yinja just pushing out solo here, despite getting his shields broken, getting that initial knock here on Viancy. And now you got Gibby pushing out that bubble. Now we're just waiting on that third from Ash here. They're probably going to go for that portal here because Kaliko and Hamchoi both not a lot to have on themselves. They only got themselves the inner bottom floor of Thermal Station and probably a couple pills. They're going to have to reset here and find themselves a new spot to defend themselves because it looks like they have no third at the moment.
Yeah, and especially with antimatter there, that was a very calculated and well played. There was not much room for error there in the way they played that. They kept pushing and pushing and pushing until eventually you'll corner one who has to med, take him out, and that's what you need. You need a little bit of early KP for the rest of your team. You can keep trying to ride that off.
Absolutely. And here you have Inner Nerd Gaming. Look at them. Just sitting pretty over here in Skyhook. You got the R3 PK combo from PacSun. He's been rocking the R3 every game thus far. Let's see what a Duvant has over here. Let's see what guns my boy's rocking with. He is looking at the Flatline PK as well. He is looking for a Jitter mod. My boy wants it. Let's see what else we can go here as Weta and these boys are going to be closing in on a fight here maybe shortly. Unless, are they alone? They are alone. Wow, they are alone in Skyhook. So they are just going to be chilling for a while. Here you got Lilac finding some movement on Epicenter. And look at this outer gameplay all the way out.
All the way up by Epicenter, yeah. Epicenter, not a great place. You want to be in the middle of that. So I think they're going to try to get as much loot as they can, go do a little bit of crafting, and then get out of there so they don't immediately get high grounded.
Yeah, Epicenter is a scary place to be because especially when the circle starts closing, there could be so many teams that can come from any angle, especially if they know you're there. If you're crafting, that's a big info drop for anybody who's in with at least 100 meters from you.
Yeah, and especially if you have a team coming down from Climatizer, the amount of loot that there is in that location is absolutely ridiculous. You do not want to be going against any team that's able to loot all of that. Maybe win a fight or two. Oh, that is the very difficult place to come from. Especially even like Epicenter is good, not as much loot as Climatizer.
Not in as well. Yeah, I would definitely prefer to go to Climatizer. It may be a little bit more distance to run, but the loot is just there when it comes to that. Here is UA Crimson as well, a 2-stack. It seems there are a couple 2-stacks here in game 2. But here is Kaiser Lakeland with Maurice the Beast trying to make himself known again. We've seen him last time getting picked off, unfortunately, in game 1, but he wants to take it back here in game 2.
Gonna come in with the Ash play as well. Very good character, especially to close some distance very quickly with a crypto. And they have a Valk as well. These guys are just gonna try to do as many, maybe a couple Valk resets from Skyhook. You know, they're gonna do the really cool Reddit post.
Also, look at that crypto. They're actually gonna be engaging this fight here. Maurice the Beast getting the portal off. They got the EMP dragged as well, and it looks like they're gonna be pushing top. Let's see what they do here, and it's going to be that bombardment from Gibby. They want to reset. They are down 2-3. They do not want this engagement right now, but it looks like they are getting hard pushed. This is a third team engaging as well. This is going to be the GCU Academy. Who's your daddy? Peekun and Tempest Owl waiting for that peek on the highway bridge, waiting for a shot. Maybe someone wants to peek out, not knowing they're there, but it looks like they are going to be looked at here from the west houses as well.
And it's very difficult to cross that bridge because you can either cross the bridge and go into the crossfire, or you can go in the canyon and get high grounded. We're gonna see a little bit of Valk movement from here, from Edinburgh Black. I'm gonna see if they can see anyone. Maybe try to engage for a little KP. They're gonna see another Valk ult at the same time.
That's what you call like the Octane's hive mind. You got the Valk hive mind as well.
Yeah, all Valk mains operating on the same level of intelligence, same server.
Oh yeah, same wavelength. They're all integrated with each other.
Yeah, it's the same person playing every single Valk, not a difference.
6 monitors, 6 consoles,
12 computers. Yeah.
Oh, well, any juicers in chat? Any juicers? Anyway, here you go back again Kaiser finding some pop shots taken out. Looks like Watson. No, it's Valk. No, UA Crimson running for so long, but it's that Ash finding the pop on him, and they are taken out by Kaiser.
The story seems to unfortunately come to a very end. A 2v3, you're already at a disadvantage. It's very difficult. Another team of two. Watson
It looks
and
like that's
Seer.
3 now? Is that 3 teams of 2 that I've seen this game? Very unfortunate. And this is happening late. KLK now trying to see if their teammate can get back in the game. If not, they're just gonna be playing outside of circle real quick because it is only round 1, so they got time to kill if they need it.
Time to kill, maybe go for some late KP, play that out for a final zone where a Watson can absolutely decimate the rest of the competition. We're going to see GCU Esports holding on the trams. They're going to try to probably backtrack from the team shooting at them right now.
Now, this is
the best decision.
A very dangerous place to be right now. They have 2 or 3 squads in between them. One to the right, one in front of them, and one to their left. So they need to make a smart decision here because there are at least 5 teams all waiting here in this thermal station push. I hate Final Circle here. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It is just not fun to be around. You know, there's so much open space and there's so many different heights. You know, you just got to be on one to know where everyone is. And you got to be playing it late too. You just got to play your angles. You got to play your walls. You know, making sure you're not taking damage. Making sure you're not wasting ammo. You know, because it's only going to be a very small amount of time when you're going to get that ammo replenishment, any kind of heals. I mean, unless you're Loba, of course, but that is only from a few teams.
Yeah, and you know what comes with a lot of open space? A lot of little rat spots that you will see a couple of teams hiding in, waiting for some unsuspecting person to come in. And we're going to see we're going to see an EMP come out and Harvester. Oh, but she's going to ash away at the last second.
Maurice the Beast not being able to get it. 313 damage on his plate. Here is P-Stark holding it down as Valkyrie thought he could get the push on the left side here. Harvester has never looked better. There is the knock. And did I just see an automatic Prowler that's still in this? This is Season 10 rules? Oh, I'm dumb. Sorry, chat. Anyway, here you go. We are just going to forget that ever happened. Here is UHM Lilac here with the flatline coming in. That's an R301, yo.
Hey,
anyway,
you see?
I'm gonna give this over to my boy.
Hey, you know, look, no harm in that. The 2x4 takes up half the screen. They're gonna go for the push, and the other team is trying to backtrack from the flatline R301 combo. You know, you don't see that every day. Right, and they're gonna start pushing them. Other teams gonna try to. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to take the low ground here, try to get out. Oh, is that we're gonna get a couple no regs on that. That is very unfortunate. And we're gonna go for a couple of nades, and we're just gonna keep chasing that other team. He knows they have no health. He knows, and Toki wants it. Toki wants it.
He even went for the scan because it's only gonna be one. Why are you spinning, boy? You're gonna get knocked not even halfway up here on that redeploy, and they are just waiting for a third party. They know that he has a teammate. Where are they be?
We're gonna go back to the champions of the past game, Inner Nerd Gaming, holding on a pill. That trigger discipline, right there. You know you don't want to shoot because you don't know where the other teams are. He's holding, scoping out the rest of the area. There are currently, you know, it's a very. I think that's a very doable fight. But you see him looking far and wide, and he's just gonna keep holding that.
And look at all these gold shields as well. This team just wants it. Duvin said, no more! Antimatter and all these other squads, they need to fight the best with all the loot in late game circle as well.
It's going to be a pretty... Again, I do agree. That late game circle is not where you want to be, and it's not a lot of... It's very difficult to play. Sometimes it can be very frustrating for a lot of teams if you don't get that perfect position. We're going to see Golden Eagle trying to go for the immediate, you know, high ground, but they're going to drop back down.
You know, I would say this would be a smart move from Garnet, a smart move, but they have no caustic to hold down that fortification. Not even a Watson. They only got that Gibby bubble if they need it, but that comes every 25 seconds. So, I mean, they have to play it smart if they want to hold down that bottom thermal station.
Maybe even playing doors, but even then, it's incredibly difficult because those can get kicked down, naded, or even rampaged at this point, which... for some people, is the bane of their existence.
And just wait until Maggie comes as well. Oof. Then you got Maggie.
Yeah, that is gonna.
Hey, Blade, let it rip! All right, and here's the bombardment here as the storm. Round 2 is closed, and it's going to be Kaiser waiting for that peak. Valk getting that high ground, getting spotted out, though, and the Gibby getting shot up as well. Maurice, he is on a bloodthirsty streak with P-Stark here, trying to pop off with that damage, but Yuxi holding it back with the Valk boys. Edinburgh Black.
And they're going to be able to try to go for some sort of heals here. They do have a little bit of an advantage because they have to push them. Either that or none of them move for the rest of the time. But the black market is going to open up, and the other team knows they currently have a resource disadvantage. Not only that, they also have to push up the high ground. They don't know about the building to they're scoping out the building to the left. They don't know. We're going to see some stuff coming from lava. That's not what you want to see.
You know, as I said, Thermal you can get peaked from any location on Thermal. Where this team is at right now, Edinburgh Black, they are holding it. They are getting peaked from at least 3 teams. It's all those pills and the walls here who are keeping their glue together. But a Duvin from Internerd getting the shields popped off here on the train station as well. Here we're over by staging. My favorite place to land, by the way. Love staging.
I'm a staging guy as well. I enjoy that or Geyser. Oh,
Yeah.
the little...
That was a sneak.
It's the little things in this game that make me like it. Stuff like that where people just... effortlessly
I know, that
dodge
was
it.
like, he almost got snapped on by that sneer.
Yeah, no, not today. He said not today. I'm gonna dodge it.
He's like, weave?
Yeah, he really did weave. Oh, UHM Lilac. Gibby's gonna get cracked here. It's gonna be a crypto drone above, just spotting.
Yeah,
not gonna
Crypto
go close
Drone
enough.
definitely giving us that extra view. Thank you, by the way, for giving us that caster angle. Appreciate you, Big Poppy. Here comes Paxson here from Internerd Gaming as well with the 2 times 14 squads left. This is where it becomes a shit show.
And these 2 buildings right here are either the bane or the blessing of the entire lobby. It's gonna get probably about 60 damage on one of them. Bombardment's gonna come out on those 2 houses. Nothing's gonna happen. You're just gonna see doors destroyed, and the lack of fortification characters is gonna make it very difficult. And the EMP is gonna come out, chunking all those shields. Luckily, Gold Shield. The Fundamentalist. Crypto's gonna get downed. And you're gonna have the Wraith watching the portal, making sure no one else is able to come in as they're gonna try to scavenge this fight.
And there they are sticking that res. They are gonna be able to get that reset with the bombardment help as well. You got the Internerd Gaming squad as well, popping shots in the team, trying to pick them off. So it looks like that every team is finding themselves a little bit of action here and there.
Yeah, and they're going to take the car position, which, honestly, in my opinion, I think that's probably, compared to those 2 houses, that is by far the better place to be. Not if you have a team on top of Thermal. That's not what you want there. That means you are pinned from every angle, and you have 3 other teams to worry about. Not a place you want to be. The little crypto spot hiding behind the wall, we're going to see what he's going to be able to do with that drone.
You know, as long as they don't get picked, you know, P-Stark just needs to be playing his head a little bit more tight to that wall, because if they get spotted out, they could get ulted on as well. You know, all 14 squads want position here, you know, and sooner or later, they are going to be pushing on top of each other with 1 minute 30 left on this 4th circle, and this is where it starts hurting. So no one wants to be taking damage and wasting meds, unless you're Octane, of course. But anyway, here you have Crypto going in, getting that final circle info as well. Let's see how many people are out of circle thus far. It seems that Kona Boy and their squad is out of the circle. NBN clan is out of the circle. Aduvin's out of the circle. You know, you got Bubba Cuz TV and the Funky Bunch over there out of the circle as well, over by the way outer houses.
And P-Star's squad is going to be able to fully take advantage of being in that final zone. I think it is a very strong position for them. All they have to do is just hold on and make sure no one else can take them out. And if they hold that building strong enough, they're going to be A-okay and probably have a very strong chance of being able to get this dub.
Absolutely, positively. Here you gotta do it as well. Look at, see, this is what I mean when I tell you that if you're getting that shot popped on you, you are essentially wasting your meds. You know, it looks like he had to use a bat. He had to go off using the syringe as well. You know, you do got that gold shield, so it is going to cost less, but at the same time, you got to just be efficient with it. You got to be saving it. Only 145 left on that Turbo Havoc. That will go quick with 14 squads left.
And especially with all the teams around you, I think the smarter choice here, you see a bunch of Gibby Pobbles being up. The people on top of Thermal can do whatever they want here. They don't have to worry about anything. Paxton's going to get a cheeky knock, though, on another team trying to fight under the Gibby bubble. The Gibby bubble's going to get bombarded. I don't know how much time there is left on it. I don't know if there's enough time for them to get the res off. Oh, and the Gibby bubble's going to get away, and a Duvin is going to clean it up with Turbo Havoc.
Sexy Turbo Havoc. I love it so much. It's just so it's satisfying. It sounds good. It feels good.
Yeah, it's. Oh, and they're right under here with a caustic trap on the door. Not much you can do there. You have
Wall bouncing each other. They're playing a little
fun.
ping pong action on the wall, seeing who can have the better wall bounce. Who can go the furthest?
Oh. Oh, the Crypto's just gonna get absolutely destroyed. They have another team on top. The team on top of Thermal is still holding strong.
Let's take
Oh, wait,
a
I
look.
think they might
9
not be there
squads
anymore.
remaining, dwindling down. Kaiser Esports taking a fall, it seems, as Internerd mops their sloppy seconds here in their boxes, getting that ammo reset, getting their health. This is what they wanted to see. They actually got the info on them as well as top. Look how many teams are outside of that circle. So small. Only one team in zone, and this is just going to all crash down on each other with 55 seconds remaining left before this circle closes. Look at all of them hanging out on that outer ring.
I'm gonna take out that little wall hack drone there, and I was gonna say in the
That was
past,
definitely going to be an EMP. I think that was
Yeah.
going to be an EP that got canceled pretty early.
probably for the best.
True.
I think it's very difficult to do anything in this situation. There's too much wide open space for any team to push. And the amount of Gibby... Okay, yeah, I was going to say, there's no way he does anything else there. Yeah, I was going to say, the Loba has to get right out of there. But the thing is, they're playing Loba. They can do whatever they want. They can push something, say, you know what, I want to go back. And that is just... Oh, very slippery character as we
Very
move into the
slippy
final zone.
indeed. And look at this. We got the Wraith Caustic Valk from SRC, sorry. They have 4 kills as the kill leader. They are looking good. They are dropping late as well. The Antimatter on top still with that 5K combo. Here comes Internerd Gaming, finding it as well. A Duvin. No, my boy. He is just taking so many hits today.
Yeah, SRC's gonna get off the res, but the thing is, they're just gonna keep being bombarded by everything Internerd Gaming has to offer. One of them is gonna get, the Wraith's gonna get cracked. The Wraith's gonna try to push around to do something. It's not, I don't know if it's gonna matter. Oh, but they're gonna crack Paxson enough for it to do something. Oh,
Paxson whiffed twice. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
They have to reset, but it's gonna be the Valk trying to go for that aim, and unfortunately paying the price for that one, not hitting a single wingman shot. And their team is taken down. Internerd Gaming staying alive by the skin of their teeth. Here they are going for the res. Does he have gold bag though? That's the question. Here comes Antimatter holding the top. It looks like these teams are about to converge on each other. This is where it comes down to the wire. Internerd and Antimatter both on the board here. They need this more than ever if they want to come back to try to take the second week.
7 teams in this very small zone is about to get very chaotic. You see multiple teams setting up Wraith portals, scans coming out, trying to figure out their plan of attack. It's a very difficult place, especially for Revenge, who only has 1 player left. Who's going to try to do everything in their power to somehow, some way, catch this dub. See a couple shots coming out from a Duvin, dropping, Rip the third. Paxson is going to try to do something from Internerd Gaming, and Internerd Gaming is still having this very strong rat spot, which is not it's easy to contest at all.
It is very easy to contest because it's actually so extra open. You know, there's so many places where you can come from, except it looks like everyone wants to just hold that high ground, either hold across the lava because they have spots to hold there, you know, and it looks like that team needs to get their reds on. 6 teams remaining, trying to go for that thirst, popping a little bit of damage off. Using that all at the right time, that's a lot of information that can come off.
And at that time is perfect. It looks like they're about to probably get pressed from another team. And they're going to try to hop back behind all the pills and try to do
That's
something.
The spot. And
Yeah,
they can
that's the
protect
spot.
themselves from any of bombardments, any of ult in general, from Gibraltar, from Bangalore as well.
Yeah, and there comes another bombardment down with a Gibby bubble, trying to go for a little bit of a reposition. And Best Pupper NA is going to get downed, and he's probably not going to get picked up for the rest of the game unless Crypto's going to be able to do something. He's going to see that he's going to get the knock. He's going to shield swap on the Mirage. PacSun's gonna hit the 112, and he's just gonna try to run away and try to scavenge something from this. The last member of his squad, he's gonna try to Wraith Q and do something. Not gonna leave the game. It's not the beginning of the game. He's not a Wraith.
He's staying still, not noticing. Oh, if he would have pulled that off a little bit longer, he probably could have gotten away with it. But their team is taking out Internet Gaming, placing 4th here as you got. It's going to be Edinburgh Black in the top 3, getting that pop res off. FSU Garnett. Holy smokes, this team is in the top 3, holding down from that bottom thermal station all the way in the beginning. But 2 of them are getting knocked pretty quickly here from Aether, taking down 1. And that is FSU Garnett getting taken down. Final 2 squads. The gas is off. 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Edinburgh Black? Finding the knock on 1. That's 3K. There's another from the Valk trying to get some damage. Glow tested, trying to contest as well.
He's going to drop down. Oh, he's going to get put. Valkyrie, his own Loba gets put to 1. He's going to get down by the PK of the other Loba. A tiny circle. The Valk's over.
And that was so close from Glow Tested. They held that, getting those pop-offs with the Mastiff, but it's Prominence to win the 2nd game here on the Apex Amateur Circuit Week 2. What a game thus far. GG's from Led Zepp, Osper, and Aether. Good games indeed.
That's what I was saying. I think this comp especially works out. You have a Loba to scout out the area, and who can just pop out of anywhere and get as much loot from possible, especially in that final zone. I'm pretty sure I heard a Loba market at right before the final zone started to close. You know, I think they might have grabbed maybe a shield swap, maybe a couple of meds or something. But you know, I think the Loba is very strong there.
As well, if just a quick point here, we haven't really gotten a moment to I guess you could say, explain who we are. Tell the people about ourselves, Blunder, you know? So before we get into this intermission here, before the 3rd match, tell me about yourself, Blunder. How can we get to know you as a person? What are you on? Give us a take on you, baby.
All right. My name is Blunder, also known as Ben. There's another Ben in the server, unfortunately. But yeah, I go to Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York. I really like Apex Legends. Unfortunately, I was trying to get some kind of team started. We really getting it. That's how I came across this server, actually. And you know, I was interested in becoming a caster for it. So here I am. Right now, I've been taking a little bit of a break from Apex until the next season comes out. I do play for my school Siege team, so trying to balance those 2 games and trying to get enough time into like maybe grind. I was trying to grind for Master first split of that season. Didn't end up making it, but you know, it is what it is. But you know, I play a lot of different games, and I really, you know, I like watching Apex and playing Apex. Apex is a very interesting game. It's probably, in my opinion, the most complex battle royale when it comes to, you know, the final circles and stuff like that.
Agreed. Anything that you want us to follow you on as well?
No, I'm not a big social media guy,
Okay,
to be
fair
honest.
enough.
Yeah.
All right. And if you don't know who I am as well, that was Blunder on the stage as well as myself. My name is Conwar. I have been casting here in the Call of Duty scene since 2019, and I'm just picking up the Apex scene as well. So I'm very blessed and grateful to be here and having Twitchy bring me on. But if you guys want to hear more commentating, I do pubcasting on Call of Duty basically every single night. So if you want to head on over to twitch.tv/Conwar as well for that, you guys can stop by and check me out. I would really appreciate the love and support. But yeah, that's me. So if you guys are ready, we will be right back before we head into Game 3 of the Apex Amateur Circuit. And here we are back again. Game 7 in the books here in week 2 of the Amateur Apex Circuit Tournament. Prominence coming in Swifty here to take the second game here with 9 kills on their lap and 21 points in total, with Edinburgh Black falling right behind with 8 kills and 17 points to their name. They are holding on to that by the skin of their teeth, staying in this, and then FSU Garnett as well with that third place placement as well. So tell me, my boy Blunder, what are you thinking here going into game 3?
I think going from ninth to third is pretty solid for FSU. I think there's a very big improvement. I think they fixed a lot of their issues. And I think in the last circle, they probably could have done better, but they just got stuck in a tough situation. Good on them for making it all the way to third place. Very solid. Again, I think Internet Gaming has been popping off. Fourth. So again, the thing is, if you the point distribution is not is very close, especially in the top 4. You've 21 with Prominence, 17 with Edinburgh Black. FSU has 8, and Internet Gaming has 17. And I think that's that point difference is showing that it was a lot closer of a game that time. Especially you had one of those final circles where people are just with shotguns trying to not whiff, and those are always a lot of fun to watch.
Oh yeah, it's all about the massive first PK. Whoever can hit the higher head dink and get the higher damage will definitely find themselves in a better position. It's all about that initial knock and making sure that your team is focusing. If you are spread out and not doing initial damage all consecutively on one person to get that initial knock, you could be just wasting ammo at that point, pushing yourself a reset.
Yeah, and now I think coming into this game, teams that have been making like certain mistakes are most definitely gonna make some, improvements. And especially I think after 2 games, you have a little bit of time to reflect and maybe, change up play style or drop location. I think for most people, I think whatever kind of comp they chose is probably locked in at this point. So I think we're gonna see some very similar comps, and we're gonna see a couple. I think a little. I think a couple less caustics. There's only gonna be 3 on the board.
Yeah, a lot of caustics. It's gonna get gassy here. But here is the champs squad from Prominence with the Loba as well here. That black market shop put in work as we watch Antimatter and Internerd all gonna be looking at that mid drop tier, I think. Not many teams are looking at that early fragment. But you got a couple teams here going to Outlook here off the rip. You got 3 teams going to Climatizer, and then you got 1 Epicenter. You got a couple teams dropping on Geyser, maybe Big Mod, and then you got a couple spreading out over to Lava Siphon Harvester side as well.
Harvester and Lava Siphon, those two together can be very disastrous because there's a wall separating you. But if someone walks right around there, they have pretty much full sight of you, and it is very difficult to do anything, especially if you're stuck in Harvester.
Yeah, stuck in Harvester can really be the demise of you because there are 3 main entryways over from Tree Side and Lava Siphon, which where a lot of teams are, and then you got the staging push as well, which is my personal rotation. So I mean, right off the quick drop on Harvester, you move into Harvester from staging, and then you get fast loot, you get fast shields, and you can really bamboozle some teams.
Especially with the circle over Skyhook and Countdown,
Mm-hmm.
I am very excited to see, where this final circle ends up, because those 2 places are probably my favorite. Normally in ranked, I'll go Skyhook Countdown. That's normally my main rotation, and I think it is very solid because you just get a lot of loot, and then you're able to push another team with sometimes either about the same or slightly less, especially if you're the only team there. But we're gonna see a team trying to go and contest Skyhook, I think.
And yeah, that is it. It looks like they're going to go from Lava Siphon to Skyhook pretty immediately here. And I'm not sure if they want to push up that bridge. They're going to go for it. That is going to be a huge information. Look at all those teams taking a look over in that direction. You got the team over from Inner Gaming taking a quick peek saying, oh, there's a team in Countdown, because that bridge can be heard from a mile away.
Yeah, it is. Again, putting up that bridge sometimes, unless people know you're there, it is not the play. I think it's very difficult because the thing is, not only do those people across the map know. They heard it, and they're going to be coming
Exactly.
towards you. A couple of pot shots, going to get a little 12 on a purple. Not a ton. Oh, he's going to get chunked by the rampage though, just absolutely destroying them. I think maybe one of them got hit by something else. Looked like a wingman or a sentinel.
Definitely took shields off one. GCU having to go for a reset here. Maybe gonna push towards the top. And they are gonna be fighting here in the mid. There's the damage. Gibby gonna be holding that door, waiting for his teammates.
Fear ult comes out. They're gonna get hit by the Q as well. Charged Rampage is gonna prevent them from entering the building. He's gonna try to do a little flank. He's gonna catch the Gibby for 22, but he's gonna get sent back in, unfortunately. Still in that Seer ult. Very difficult when the enemy team knows pretty much exactly where all of you are. The Ashe is trying to probably send a little Q in there to snare him. He's gonna get the snare, but I think they're just gonna try to back off and do something.
And there you go. Wraith playing that time really well as well, waiting for the tether to get off just at the last second, not being able to get that climb. Oh, very unfortunate. Missing those big time. Thanks, Apex, for that one. Dr. Naughty Boy just pow with the Mastiff, getting that knock. It's a trade, though, and he's one shot. Essentially a 1v2 here while he has to wait for that res, and he's going to get pushed. Pander holding that main shot with the Rampage, and there is the backfire. Oh, Wraith getting that knock here. It's hit scan with the R301, and it's all up to Toki, the Bloodhound. Oh, and a miss scan. That is just a double unfortunate circumstance now. He's going to be getting that push. Lilac on the skin of their feet. Can they make it out of this alive?
We're going to see both players trying to met up. One on top, one on the bottom. The Bloodhound is going to have to try to do some kind of miracle to get him. He's going to try to go for the res right now. With the purple and that amount of health, I think he should be able to... Both are just going to go for reses. I think that's most definitely...
Yeah, it's going to go for a full reset at this point. It's going to be a 2-3. Mondo's getting that res as well. Naughty Boy being med today, being medic man.
Yeah, and GCU is just going to be able to hold this building, especially against a team with less people than them. They know they have this. They don't have to. They don't have to sweat or do anything. All they have to do is just try to wait for something to happen, for the desperation to kick in. Gonna try to go for a banner or something, and we're just gonna have to see what happens.
You know, I'd be shaking my boots no if I was holding that top roof, because you still have to be worrisome about that 2-stack below you, knowing you got one thirst, but any team at any point, especially from this bridge from Epicenter, could be making their approach at any point in time. That is way far away from where we just were, gonna be completely honest. But NBN now here. That was the longest portal you've ever seen in your life. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, Ashe is broken, guys.
Nuts, dude.
Alrighty, here you go. 16 squads remaining. Here is the fight on staging. This is a very rare spot where you'll see fights here early, but when you do, it's just a great spot to see where players like to move. There's so much elevation. There's buildings. There's good cover. There's the train station. There's the bottom drop towards staging as well. Let's see what else we can see happen here as Kaiser Lakeland gets dropped off early as well after performing well in fourth in Game 6. We hate to see them getting dropped off early.
But another team, again, this is the reason why Epicenter can be sometimes so terrible. You have to go up and out of the open, and you have an entire squad watching you, and they're gonna chunk for a little bit of damage. Thankfully, they're not too close for him, but KLK is hungry for it. They're bloodthirsty. They want it, and they're gonna go towards staging.
It looks like they are going for that full chase as well, as they're trying to go for that early train station, trying to make their approach towards top Skyhook. But they are going to be faced with Inner Nerd Gaming if they do go quickly.
Yeah, and I don't know if they have any intel on that, and they're going to keep getting They're going to try to get bow checked from behind. A couple triple take shots go off, no damage exchanged, and they're all probably just going to try to move around and see if they can get a better spot around Skyhook, because I think that's where most people who are in the zone want to be.
And I think that the plan here over from the squad with Valkyrie and the bow check, you know, they have a really good spot here. Valkyrie is pulling up on his ultimate. They have a redeploy if they want to go for a double placement movement, so they can go for that initial, then they can use Valks immediately after. And look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Lidnut. Lidnut, my boy. Val
Couple of
showing off.
Showing off those calves and doing some leg exercises.
Yeah. It's all those carbs from the beer.
Goes to the legs, not the stomach, dude.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And they're going to be taking a spot here in Skyhook. Probably going to go up top on the building. Ooh,
And this
well,
is where Glow Tested Yuxi and Gibby are going to want to just save on it because you see Revenge getting that fight,
Ooh.
taking out Mirage and Duvin, getting a little too aggressive as Physical Baker comes out as it makes it a 2v2 though, as Weta comes in with that Eva 8. It's going to be the Wraith and Gibby versus the Seer.
and
Let's
the
see what they
Wraith
can
with
have
the
happen.
Spitty. You do not want to contest that. Once a team hears that, they say, "Uh-oh, we got to play this. We got to play this a little bit smarter." And we're gonna try to get the bubble res, but they're all
I
gonna
mean,
get scanned.
this is getting close. This is a lot of convoluted gameplay here. It's Weta. No! Taken out early. It's Inner Nerd Gaming. That's going to be the first time today they are not looking at a final circle performance here in week 2. But they got 3 kills to their name, so they're looking at just a very tiny bit of KP. So they got points on the board regardless, which is A-okay. But GCU Esports finding themselves some knocks as well on the NBN clan. Lynette and LF. Very unfortunate that they are getting picked off. Dr. Naughty Boy as well. Tell me, what does this team need to do to move forward? They are getting bombarded. They are down and out. What's the vibe?
Unfortunately, not much you can do here, but hope and pray that another team maybe tries to fight the team that is above you. It is very difficult. Your back's against the zone, and you got a minute 30 to try to figure out something to do. Maybe go again. They might have to go for an in-zone play, try to maybe wrap around, go for a sneaky rotate. It looks like that's what they're gonna try to do because trying to fight that, especially if you know there might be another team lurking there, is not something you want to do.
Yeah, and especially with that team waiting on Fragment as well, they are just going to be getting held on Circle, probably zone locked as well. That's not going to be good for them. But
Yeah,
Golden Eagle as well, finding that fight on the top here, a fight on Fragment, very rare in this game that you see, but it's UA Crimson with a 2-man as well. Crimson and Timo Man trying to make the best happen here. Look at that Valk movement though, staying alive. Let's see if we can get the some heals going. FSU Garnett with Comet being one shot. It looks like they're just gonna charge this one. Maybe holding top. Yep, going for the res, going for the heals. That's the smart play here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, and that melee nerf is really showed right there. That was tough. Because I thought he was gonna be able to get him. The bombardment's gonna come out though, and as they're still trying to get a little bit of health back up, as they know there's a team that's full but they have a knocked man on there.
What a big knock though here from that bombardment. What I was expecting Comet to at least get some kind of heals off, unless he didn't have any at all. Gibby placing that shield a little too late, and it's gonna be Golden Eagle trying to go for that res now. Let's see what Gibby can do to prevent a death. I mean, they got shots on that Valkyrie as well, making it a 1v2, but there are the shots as well, getting the res off, knocking him Reed, and there he is, 41 flesh. This is their time. Can they get this push off?
I sure hope they do, because this is a very good way to cement themselves in this match. Because they really need they need a small win to win the larger battle here. I think especially that bombardment coming out and them just like having a man disadvantage is not good. His head's going to be also peeking up right above there, and FSU Garnett is unfortunately going to get the res. And unfortunately for the other team, is going to get the res on the Bloodhound. And they're going to go for a reset.
So, yep, Comet staying alive, not being able to enforce that knock, making it a 2v2 at least. Going for that reset again. Let's see if UA Crimson can just skip on out of here. Maybe go for a reset for a late circle, play a little rat situation here because it's going to be GCU making their way out of Fragment as well. And there is Golden Eagle. They're probably going to get pop shots on him as well. They got the notice all around. 2 teams going around, finding themselves back to Lava Siphon. Or is that Countdown? That's Countdown.
That's Countdown, thankfully. It is a race to the choke point at this point, and we're going to see Ibex just sitting in a... This is what you want. You want a Valk, and you want a Caustic inside a small area. You can Q, try to get a couple stuns, and then you got the Caustic to cover up all your loose ends there.
And then you got the stun missiles as well, just in case. And then if all goes wrong, you got the portal for a quick escape, and then you can go for that redeploy if you guys are all up.
Exactly. It's not bad. Not a bad place to be, especially right now. Oh, GCU Esports looking a little tough all the way that far in the zone. Yeah.
Yep, 2 minutes in zone 3. Luckily that it's not the 4th yet. Looking for some meds. They are lucky this is unlooted. Not needing any heavy, not needing any energy.
Not even a wingman.
Down bad so far.
That is a digi. Oh, a little something.
Do they have any shield
They do have Ashhold
Any
though, so I
luck?
think
Yeah.
they should be fine. I think.
If they have at least one heat shield as well. Oh, okay. No. Oh yeah, I forgot those. Blocked, yeah. Which is actually good.
Yeah, because you can't have teams playing outside the ring the entire game. It's good, which is a lot better and makes everyone's job easier. And I don't know if is he going to be able to get off the syringe. And,
He
oh,
does in the
he
nick of time. He
does.
played that off. He knows the time for it.
Yeah.
Naughty boy. All right. They're gonna
they're
craft
fi-
some
no,
meds.
they're
These are
crafting.
free meds for GCU if they play
Ooh.
this right. If they could let them craft, make them use up their points for them, they're gonna get some meds off, craft some bats, maybe some med kits, and watch 3, 2, 1. Maybe they're just gonna hold it.
I
They
think
just want to hold it.
They
Yeah,
don't have
no
enough
health.
health to take
Yeah, they
this.
have no health meds. True.
They're still going to try to get the seer scan, but yeah, oh my god, they're going to go right by him.
They're walking by.
I was going to say, hopefully they get out of range of the
I
crafter.
can't believe Seer didn't even mention to look that way.
Hey, you know, sometimes you're just not thinking. Because I mean,
That's
personally,
okay.
yeah, hey, better for GCU in that scenario, and especially like as someone who's crafting, I'm not thinking about who's behind me. I'm thinking about what I'm going to buy from the
Yeah.
kiosk.
But look at OSU Black here. They got extra med kits, extra syringes. They've been in Storm the whole game. They haven't had to worry at all, just chilling on Sniper. They've got a purple, they got a blue swap. They did trials. You know, they got themselves a cup of Joe, maybe a little cream sugar.
They got a Fire Stick, 60-inch TV, maybe a little bit of streaming. You know.
This is a very tough zone. You know, it's going to be the biggest advantage if you're up on trials. But as well as that, since the update, it's been kind of easy to push from both angles, from the top and the bottom, if you play that zip right. And especially if you're Valk, you can just do a boost from that little hole, and you can make yourself up from the top as well.
Yeah, and we're just going to keep seeing FSU Garnett trying to trail this team while simultaneously getting in zone. They don't want to take this fight because they know it is not a winning one.
Yeah, as long as they're just stepping on the back of their toes, or the back of their feet and their heels, they're good.
They're going to be A-okay. UA Crimson going to have to hide in the corner again. 2v3 is not where you want to be. 400 damage on the board is not bad, though, so, you know, I got to give it to them for, you know.
And they are playing the two most meta characters right now besides Caustic. They got they got the Gibby and Valk combo playing as a two-man. They're fortifying themselves indoors, making sure no other teams can have that position advantage. You know, they are putting themselves in a really good spot to get as many KP as possible if they find themselves late game, but they are way out of zone right now.
Yeah, and that's going to be especially difficult if you have a team right under you. Who it doesn't look like knows. They might not. They might have tracked them here and just said where'd they go.
And look at Ibex. Ibex is finding themselves in a really good position here. If you see, they are just holding down very back in the left. Gonna wait until that zone kind of crawls in. Maybe holding that left side. Maybe finding some type of cover. I'm not sure if this team is gonna be going as well. Edinburgh Black needing to hide back in bottom trials, and it looks like, yeah, trials not completed. It looks like some people are doing it right now. Is that true? Oh, it was the lowest shot was what does that mean, honestly? So when you get stolen, that means that just crawlers just get spawned out and then it locks the challenge, right? It would make sense if you could complete it, but I'm not sure. But here is the two teams on the bottom. You got EPU Chris waiting with Edinburgh Black, one team on top. Are they going to hold the bottom, or are they ever going to push the top? That's the question. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe also do a little cheeky Velt ult outside once the other team maybe pushes off. Because it's gonna be very difficult to exit because you can't really go through the other choke point because you're gonna be stopped. Ooh, UA Crimson with a couple nice wingman shots to back them off. Just gonna keep holding up top until they have to eventually move.
Ooh, Beamer with the wingman, Mr. Timo Man.
Ooh, that thing chunks, unfortunately.
Very unfortunate that he gets knocked there out of zone, Mr. Tim. And it's going to be UA Crimson getting knocked out and eliminated as well. And it's going to be 10 squads remaining. Physical Baker getting knocked right as he goes into the portal, finding themselves launched by another team. Going to go for this cheeky EMP right off the rip. And he's going to be popping shots off that. Gibby getting the knock. And here comes Zone. Jack, what can he do? Get the finish, maybe find himself that free shield.
Yeah, right out of yeah, that was a very well played EMP, especially by sliding down. Yeah, and they're just and Ibex unfortunately is gonna probably lose their Gibby here unless they can pull off a miracle. However, the Loba from Edinburgh Black is gonna get absolutely cracked. Valkyue might come in, misses. Oh, by the skin of the teeth. Edinburgh Black is going to try to do something. Going to get hit 66, crack 22, knocks the Val. Going to try to go for something, but the last man standing is... Oh, but Acosta's going to get eliminated.
And that is Ibex eliminated here on bottom. Trials. There you have Edinburgh Black holding off the W, getting more KP. Here is OSU Black hearing those shots, looking for some peaks, some info. But they are still just holding that top Trials, doing their best. And this is are easily in the best position right now. As long as no other teams Valkyrie onto them, put some pressure on them, and force a third party potentially. That is FSU. Ooh. Garnett getting picked off as well. Kalinux with the snippy snappy on the triple take.
Triple take being an absolute menace. I honestly, all around, that might be probably the best weapon in the game right now. It does everything.
Close range, long range. You know, you could hold it in as a shotgun if you really wanted to, if you know how to use it right.
Yeah, and you know, we're gonna start seeing as teams start to move towards Final Zone. Revenge is in a very interesting place because they're still gonna have to move in, but they do have the crypt. They're gonna see the bombardment, but they have people on top of them, and that's gonna be the most difficult part. Might be seeing, we're gonna see some kind of Wraith portal going out as OSU is just able to buy their time, wait for this to expire, and drop and gonna just try to go for the kill as they drop onto a bubble.
Yep, and I would say that was a pretty good time. They could have held it a little bit longer now that they have Blossom and Kona taking out Revenge to make it 4 squads remaining, needing to get that swap off ASAP. Rocky, because Kona is one shot, and he is getting his shield shredded and knocked. This is not looking good here, as it's going to come down to 1. Kalinuk's getting his shields dropped by that charge rifle as well, and it looks like they are going to get eliminated as OSU Black has taken out 3 squads remaining. Edinburgh Black. Two teammates, Glow Tested and EUP Chris, Bubba Cuz over in Antimatter Gaming.
We're going to see a little bit of that 4x scope, but not actually what's through it. It's going to hit the 108. They know it, but they can't push.
Nuts. They just have to hold it. There's the Gibby ult. Let's see how much damage this does. It's a little too close to that circle. They might be able to just miss it.
I think that might have unfortunately missed. Oh, but he's going to hit the 54 on the Loba trying to flank.
Broken, knocked, dead. That's the last 2 squads. Edinburgh Block taken out. It's Aluka here, and Best Pupper with that bow check shot. Hitting 60, hitting 60.
He does not miss with that thing, especially with Archer's tempo on that thing. He's not going to miss.
But look at that head peek, though.
Yeah.
Antimatter finding a little bit of trouble. That is such a good arc star to hold, but it's going to be the Wattson to cancel. No Wattson.
The unfortunate part is that right now they're separated from their Gibby, and there's 2 people on top of the Ash.
Yes.
The Ash is going to try to back up to the Gibby.
Yep, SRC using Dust. Caustic down. Going for that above res, though, maybe. Not above res, just a res. And there they go. Going for the push. Broken shield on that Wraith. The bow check from Best Pupper. Playing the shield, and it's knocked. It's a 2v2. Valkyrie.
2v1, and the Valks can take it, and Antimatter Gaming is going to clench that one with a very strong finish.
Antimatter Gaming here in Game 3 of the Apex Amateur Circuit. My goodness, it's about time this team showed up and showed out, and they did it in style with the black coat, Yinja, Best Pupper, and Aluka.
Crypto has infinite drip in this scenario.
The most drip in any video game, like actually.
It's just such a fantastic skin. I think that was probably one of the first ones I got in like the Apex packs. I was very excited. I don't play crypto all that much. It's a very cool skin though. True
that. Alrighty, and with that being said, we are back to intermission before we come back here for Game 8. Who is excited to see who takes the 4th game here in the 2nd week of Division 1? I am Conwar, and I am with your boy Blunder, and we will be right back.
This is
All
game
right.
9, right? Cool.
Yes. All right. Let's do it. And there it is. Game 8 here on the Apex Amateur Circuit Bracket Tournament here in Week 2, Day 2, as it's going to be Antimatter Gaming finding themselves 10 kills and a total of 22 points here to take over Game 8, and they are just going ahead, underway, and securing that #1 spot with over 150 points to their name in total here thus far this season. But right behind them, then, you got a new name here. It's the SRC Gaming Squad here with 16 points and 7 kills to their name. And then Edinburgh Black finding themselves their second placement as well, dropping the third place after just coming second. So they are going to be getting themselves a total of, I think, 29 points here in 2 games.
Yeah, and I think this is what personally this is what I've been waiting to see, because I think there were a couple of places, especially during these last couple of games, where Antimatter was struggling to kind of find their flow. But even though the kill count isn't insanely high, I think the way that they have been playing, especially last game, was very fantastic. They were consistently pushing teams out of comfort places, and they just kept pushing. But the thing is, they weren't pushing recklessly. It was perfectly calculated, and there was no room for error. They were doing everything by the book, and they were doing it well.
Agreed, agreed. And you know what else? I just want to see if they can continue that force and momentum here. If it took them 3 games to start, who knows how they could finish. Still 2 more games to show off their skills here in the second week. Now, I want to see a couple other teams here who are showing off some skills as well. You know, you had Prominence going off really hot, but not being able to pick up a single kill. But they were doing so well last game. Let's see if they can pick up that pace again. Maybe find themselves placed here in the top 3. As well as that, I am excited to see if Edinburgh Black can find themselves a #1 place here in the second week.
I think I was gonna say I think Edinburgh Black probably has it for this one. I think they've kept they keep reaching for it, and I think they'll probably hit it. If not this game, then definitely next. I think they are prime for a win. They're feeling it, and I think they feel that they have a lot to prove, and I think they're gonna prove it this game. I could be
All
wrong,
right.
but I sure hope so.
Then let's get underway here as we start off the 8th and 9th game here. Sorry, as we go on, as we're watching Antimatter dropping over towards the epicenter side. Most teams looking for that drop here on Fragment, as well as a couple of teams dropping towards Countdown. One team on Skyhook, and that is gonna be juicy loot for them. Couple teams over by the thermal station side, one team dropping staging, and it looks like the rest are going to be dropping towards Big Mod, Lava Siphon, and Launch Site.
This is, I think, one of those games where we're going to see a lot of action in the beginning, and teams are going to start, pushing out until they get to a comfortable position, and then start hunkering down for that final circle. And especially that very, very center circle.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of places to push here. I want to see where it's going to be finishing off, because I want to see a lot of teams being able to play buildings. You know, we've had a lot of open space here in these final circles, but maybe if it changes up this time and we get a lot of building play, we're going to be seeing a lot of crazy movement.
Yeah, and that's I think the one thing that has been missing from this entire section of the tournament right now is a lot of close quarters movement. We got a couple of it, somewhat towards the beginning in the first couple of fights during Fragment, but I think it really went through Lava Siphon and stuff like that.
As
It-
well as that, you know, what really can come to make the best out of this situation is understanding that loot is going to be tight here if you want to be able to afford that positioning. Because a lot of teams are going to be moving early on if they are not finding themselves any battles here to get that early KP.
yeah, and I think there's a lot of teams. There's very again this match definitely looks more clustered, especially around Geyser. Who's gonna find him ratting under? He's getting it absolutely shredded.
My man's playing double energy with the triple take Havoc. Honestly, a goated combo if you have enough energy for the fights. Here is the R9 Sentinel action from Kaiser, finding that pickoff, making it a 2v3. Maurice the Beast finally finding some action. What a beam with the R99. Kaiser coming in. Young Crypto with the actual, what should I call it? The original OG skin. The teabag Kaiser. Absolute disrespect, buddy. Come on now.
Yeah, and I think that was very well played. A little bit of cheese right there, breaking the shield into the R9 hipfire to absolutely shred that Wraith. Nothing you really can do there.
Alrighty, and here comes UHM Lilac squad as well, finding themselves the Seer all going off, and it's Mondo holding it down inside, waiting for the push here on Bloodhound, getting some shots of that car. But Mondo coming one shot. It's now a 2v1.
Oh! Almost gets out of there alive. Oh, you hate to see the Mastiff 9.
Oh my
72
lord,
picks up for it,
72
though.
head pop. How's Gibby alive, staying on it, and it's gonna be that R99 missing his
Oh my
shot.
god! Oh!
It's a
Oh!
Indy. Don't scare us like that, buddy. Oh, that was way too close to call, all right?
Oh, but they're gonna get.
Oh, and the third party no from KLK.
I hate to see it. KLK
You
is gonna get an
bastards.
easy, KLK is gonna get an easy cleanup and a ton of loot to match it. And they are.
Let's
Not
see that
only are they-
damage report. Let's see that damage
I want to
report
see
on him.
that. I
10
really wanna-
damage! Whoop, whoop! And 1 kill to his name, Lenut, the top fragger.
But he's pretty happy that damage doesn't count at the points, you know. Let's just say.
Look at them, KLK on top here with that third-party kill. That is how important it is to play your life here on this game. If you fall off short, you are giving other teams a much better chance at success here.
Yeah, and that final zone with the fragment inside of it, I think we might hopefully see some fragment inside building action.
Alrighty, and let's take a look skis over from Antimatter. They are sitting pretty over here on tree. They're getting themselves looted up, and is that a Bocek here? He has got
That-
the car and Bocek going in.
Yeah, best puppers. At this point, I think it might be. Ooh, the
Ooh.
melee, the melee slide. That has
Melee
been
to
something-
Task Strafe to the ultimate Excel drop? Bro, this man's a goat. No wonder they're signed. Holy shnikes.
Yeah, and nuts. Yeah, and I think at this point, the signature Bocek user in the
Hmm.
Apex amateur circuit is definitely best puppers in A. No question about that.
Yeah, the Bocek, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, snap, crackle, pop. There is the drop from Edinburgh Black. Going for that KP. You got Glow Tested, looking for that info, waiting for any teams to push them. And it's going to go back here inside, getting that drop. EUP Chris taking out P-Stark, making it a 2v3. It's going to have to be the bubble drop as Kaiser is the last one remaining, getting that third-party shot on Geyser, and he's going to make his way towards Fragment. Maybe find themselves a reset. You know, being Crypto as the one alive is actually goated. If he can get those banners, he only has to be around 200 meters away in order for him to secure that back. Maybe going to make his way towards Cave. Hopefully he doesn't get seen by that squad, and he will be Gucci.
Fortunate part is he has to push into Fragment, which is looking like the place to be right about now. There's a lot of teams hunkering down in buildings, and you know we're just gonna have to see how it plays out because a lot of the time, if you got a lot of teams in Fragment, there's a lot of people who die in like a matter of seconds.
Absolutely. And, you know, I'm guessing that this final circle is probably going to play on the highway. You know, it's going to play over by Fragment for a little while, but once it comes to third, fourth circle, it's definitely going to play towards that center circle.
And this is the type of in-building action I was really hoping for.
Mm.
Because and he's gonna GCU Academy Gibby
Yeah.
gonna come around for the flank. Who's your daddy? Is gonna try to show is gonna try to display that he is their dad. Unfortunately not, because he doesn't get the full clip off.
That's right, Who's Your Daddy? You get that karma for saying balls in chat. We didn't forget what you said there. And Flex comes to take him out for the Cardinals. It's the GCU Academy. Unfortunato losing their stuff. Is that Gibby shooting his bots and teabagging? You little oh my goodness. This is funny. This is getting toxic here in the fourth game.
Yeah, we're looking at a little bit of a toxicity going on.
Yeah, they did.
Well, Arcstar going out, the wingman, gonna have to push back. Bloodhound's stuck here. Can't really do anything. Yeah, and he's gonna just get taken out. Nothing you really
Yep.
can do there, especially stuck in that corner with a Gibby shield.
Comet making his team miss him already, and he had gold drops for him too. That is not what you want. It's just free loot at that point if you get caught out. Harvester looking pretty barren though as we come out as Caustic goes for his Caustic gas.
The Watson ult. probably gonna come. Oh, the wave!
No
I know it's a fence,
way.
but it's hilarious.
Yeah. There is the oh, okay, pulling up the Watson ult, gonna get his shields up. They are playing the bottom floor, which is a very surprising take since they had the caustic gas going, and they get Prominence eliminated. And now they're just gonna hold for this third party, KLK. This is a really good position for this team. Watson needs to trap up here and get the banner, hopefully. Maybe get themselves a reset. Yeah, that's a lot of good fences. That's how you know he's a Watson main.
Yeah, the good part about playing Watson, especially on the bottom floor, is you tend to find more doors there because that's of course where people enter, and you can get some nutty plays by putting a fence outside, and then maybe if they're on the if they're sitting on the doorway, of course the doors are broken now. But if you're sitting on that doorway, and some unsuspecting person's trying to break it down, you fence it, you get a free arc star on them, clip them with an R9, and send them back to the loading screen.
They'll be sitting in the lobby, quaking in their boots, punching their pillow goodnight. Here it is, so Edinburgh Black back again, waiting for that info dump and that Watson 2 stack. They are getting some shots. Hello?
What
Wait,
happened? What?
bruh, what? He clipped through the wall and actually got damage taken out of him. That's trash. Yeah. Alrighty then.
Seemed he learned his lesson here, as we see.
Yeah, now he's sitting a little back, at least a half meter back. He's like, okay then. He's like, whoa, wow, dude.
I guarantee
All
it's
right,
what you'll be getting a message later.
with the gnarly arc star here to come back, and he's hitting him 92 on that seer. They're just playing a little funky. Oh, he has a third arc star. You are a mean man. But it's going to be hitting himself since he got popped a little too early there. He's going to be missing that arc star. Now they have to play quick here before they get third party. He has a fourth nade! You're a dirty man, bro. You have 4 nades.
He's going for the bamboozle.
Oh, come on. You've been bamboozled.
The unfortunate part is they think they're safe. They think, oh, there's no way this guy's carrying another nade. There's no way he puts another one.
I mean, those Watson traps can definitely cancel it if he throws it a little too hard.
Yeah. It looks like Internet Gaming is going to probably try to back off after they got shot at.
Yep. That's the smartest play as well. Don't want to waste too much. Keep that nade for a later fight anyway. Maybe if that team gets pushed out lacking, they can get their loot as well. They did that initial damage, make them nervous, knowing that the information is only 2 there. They put themselves in the best situation.
And Antimatter is gonna hold the. I don't even know what the call out is for that. I'm just gonna call it the dome because that's what I call it.
So I call it whatchamacallit, Lava City Res.
That's probably a better place. I call it dome.
Yeah. We can call it Thunderdome.
True.
Thunderdome V2. Baby Dome.
Tiny Dome.
Tiny Dome, yeah.
Alright, and they're gonna be coming from Rampart Town.
Rampart Town.
A Duvin is a menace. He simply went in there. He didn't need to. He wanted to.
He's still here, by the way. His team is at least 50 meters back. He's
wants
finally finding that 4th nade. Gonna pop off that ult, though. That's very unfortunate for the He has a 50! Come on, bro. He wants it so bad. He wants this clip. He wants this clip so bad, guys. He's gonna put it on his montage.
Yeah. He's playing Fuse. It's just not showing up.
Yeah. Who's ready for a knuckle cluster? You've been bamboozled.
Yeah, and a lot of teams are starting to converge here.
Yep, Fragment East is looking like the call. It's gonna be out by that train, not the train yard, but just the general highway curve as well. You got 2 reses here. This is gonna be an absolute showdown as 11 squads are all closing in here as the 3rd circle has 2 minutes left before it's finally dropped. And this team is looking like they're gonna hold on to this
with another nade.
Oh my lord!
He had another one after.
He has a
that.
thermite. He had 6 nades.
Oh no!
Oh my lord! This man is just pocketing every nade on this map.
A Duvin is playing Fuse in spirit.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
make grenades blue. You should make grenades blue, but you should be able to 2-stack them. I always love that, but that's just me. And I hate playing Fuse, so I'm not gonna be me. Yeah.
Fusey carried
Yeah.
4 per slot. Oh no.
Dude, just absolutely spamming. Like he has 16 nades in 4 slots.
I do not
would
want to think
throw
about.
up.
I do not want to think about arenas at that point.
Oh, don't even get me started on arenas. It's Fuse, Caustic, and Valk.
Okay, they're gonna try to go for like the rotate. Gonna try to make it to. Yeah, that was most
Yep,
definitely
that
the
was
play.
a
But they know.
really
but they
good
know.
tier play.
But they know they got the crack, and they're
Yeah.
going for it.
You know,
Give me some-
Ash has become so vital because of that portal. It's so much quicker than Wraith. You have so much time, and it dissipates much quicker as well, so you can get that really fast initial gameplay. Look at that double crack from a Duvit.
And he's
giving
gonna
himself
throw it.
the pred. And
Oh,
there's
and
the
the
stick
stick!
nade. Oh! And the ult.
Oh no!
Oh my
they're
god,
all
Gibby
low.
having
He
to
knows.
pull up. Gibby had to pull up his bubble. They got all their bats off. There's the thermite, and
Oh.
you are out of nades, good sir. Stay out of nades. If you
My
had another one,
God.
you would just be disrespectful.
A Duvin being an absolute nade demon. It doesn't even matter that he didn't get a knock. He got a damage, and that was fantastic.
You know, out of all those nades he probably got an easy 500 damage collectively just from those initial nade throws.
Most definitely, especially with the Arcstar changes.
Yeah, here you have it. It's Quick Mark as well with the Cardinals holding that same building since that fight they had earlier. There's gonna be some people fighting on the Capital City train station, as it's gonna come up to be the Fundamentalists holding that bottom. Looks like there's 3 teams over on the outside, and Golden Eagle, the solo man, that is not looking good for him if he gets caught out being called as a solo. Some person is gonna have to get that KP off him because they are gonna be looking towards him.
Unfortunately, as you said, the good thing for Gold Eagle is that no team right now is in the position to really chase him. They have they have problems of their own, and they really just got to stay there. Then they can't afford to push out. It's gonna become an EMP out from this crypto.
Yep. Jack pulling off. This team is just gonna walk into that circle. They have time now to play this cover. What a spot for Jack as a crypto. You know, you can just play this so nice. And look, he is not going to get seen at all. Hopefully, no one can even push him from behind at this point as well. And he's going to get that drone cover. Probably going to go for that, just that late initial scans here, seeing if he can find some peeps. Going to go for that, yep. There's the scan as well, so he can find final circle. And look, this is not what you wanted to see.
No,
this is going to get dangerous here. You're going to see that winner of the team over in Fragment East is definitely going to hold that train cart, right? They're going to be holding that high ground. And then the winner of these 3 teams on the bottom over here on those buildings, they are going to converge. Let's see who can win this all. And a late bubble here to push this 2-stack. Valkyrie's trying to change that height advantage.
Oh,
and
the absolute swap. Now they're stuck in between the other Gibby. Gibby is just run away. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows they know they're screwed.
That was a huge switch. That was a crazy move. Holy smokes.
Little cheeky 45 as they're going to go for the reset. Unfortunately, Cardinals now has the height advantage. They can just really just hold him out until zone closes in 30 seconds. But they have 30 seconds.
And they don't even have a full view on Gibby as well. Now he's holding on top as well. They are all together, men holding hands. This is what you like to see. Oh no, antimatter.
Oh,
that was a clutch port. That was a clutch port.
Oh, and he throws in the dome just in time.
Hey, as long as there's no one around them initially, as long as there's not an immediate push, they will be okay. Luca popping off that damage as well to keep them alive. That 3-stack is going to stay present here as they go and continue that rotation, as Revenge as well is holding that outer here. Maybe going to see if they can pull that that train cart position, because that would be ultimate high ground, I believe.
Yeah, and that final zone is the opposite of what I wanted to see in this final game. But you know, it is not final game, final circle. Excuse me. But and they're going to be able to hold this little traffic cone here, and that's actually going to be able to let them not get hit. But they have teams all around them. They're fighting just to survive, trying to just do anything. Gibby is 1 HP. He's going to put down the dome, hopefully get some heals off, but I don't know if he has that luxury.
You know, Best Pupper is just doing what Best Pupper does best, and that's staying alive, staying alive. He got the shield off, going for that medi. Now it is time for Yinja to go back on the boys. And look at that punch push to get back on his team. Full reset from Antimatter, just like that. Playing their bubble well. Not a single team willing to make that push here, as there are still 10 squads remaining. Here's the EMP as well. Gonna go, just
Oh.
going for information at first. It looks like they are down. Are they gonna go for this push? Looks like they're just gonna hold that drone there. Probably a smart play to hold on to that EMP. It's not gonna be a solid 2 minutes before that comes back again.
Probably for the best. They have a very strong position right now, and they're probably
Yeah.
going to try to hold it for another team coming into the zone. At this point, if Antimatter can just put another team at a disadvantage,
Mhm.
that is all they want right now.
Yeah.
OSU Black
Ooh.
coming in with a couple of very well placed wingman shots, preventing them from peeking the window so they can try to push up on top of the building.
Look at that bubble play as well. Aduvit being a little cheekster here.
Yeah.
Using that enemy bubble to their advantage here. Look at all that light ammo drop as well from that Loba shop.
Right now, we're seeing the calm before the storm.
This is the calm before the storm. Remember, 10 squads remaining here. 28 players left in this circle. And now it's time for that information from Weta. Trying to figure out where anybody is. Finds the 3 stack. Going for that. This is all info right here. Staying alive. Not wasting damage. Not wasting ammo. Keeping themselves present, yet not deserted.
Hardenholz is going to get 2 players knocked, 1 left, and they are just going to be absolutely decimated.
That's
Another
the
team
easy
comes
sweep.
behind, and then
the
Antimatter
third.
is looking like another reverse sweep coming in. However, they're going to get. There's another team who's going to start pushing them at the same time. They're trying to push another team. They're going to keep sitting in the thing, but they're not armor swapping it.
He has to go for the bat here. He can't find a proper armor swap. It looks like everyone's just using armor, and not having enough.
Right here. Do they know?
There are 3 teams here. 3 teams on this train cart right now.
I don't know
And
if
it looks
they know
like that
this one
4th team is coming as well. This is not looking good for them.
Uh-oh.
This is very unfortunate. Here is that storm as well. It's Aduvit getting knocked from the inner nerds. Paxson staying alive as well. Weta playing that position as Seer. Look at that. Not getting
Ooh.
peeked by that Valk from that top rock. That is huge.
Oh. Valk
He didn't
knows
see
now.
him. That Valk didn't see him.
Oh, it didn't see him? Oh.
No, that
Oh!
95 knock on that crypto. Goodness, bro. 61
61
broken on
oh.
train cart. Does he have a nade? No, he doesn't, but he's got the stun.
And that's gonna be another knock on Aduvin. Aduvin
Mhm.
not really having a lot of fun right now. They're gonna maybe try to go for a
Ooh.
rotate and get. Oh, but they got killed by a nade.
Yeah, they got the trap. Wraith actually took him so they can get that swap off on him. And Blossom playing the portal. He's playing the bubble port, getting that swap, seeing if anyone wants to push. He has to get on that Valk teammate. Kalinux and Blossom need to hold back now. They are in a great position with the Spitty swap as well if they need a second gun. There is the portal from Golden Eagle.
Oh, but he's
seeing
gonna-
if he can do any type of damage here.
Unfortunately, it
What
doesn't look
an
like it. He's gonna
interesting
get,
way to engage. But he is taken out as the FSU Garnett team is placed 7th.
Yeah, inner nerd. While Aduvant is down, the absolute grenade menace. They're gonna keep people
Absolute.
keep going in and out on that
Yep.
portal.
And Kona Boy's revived here for the OSU Black. Let's see if he can stay alive. They're going to be dropping some Phoenixes for him. Hopefully they give him something to use.
With 5 squads left in this zone, 2 Gibby bubbles on top of each other. Another engagement happening to OSU's right. OSU is a perfect position to be able to engage, have effect in both of these
Yep.
fights while still maintaining a good position and meds and health.
Oh
and every
no,
single
the
resource.
charge rifle too
Oh.
as well to absolutely shred out the anti-squad. But they got a couple of Ks here. Now they just need to play the res. Blossom, Kona, and Kalinux. Now the 3 stack in the high ground position. Let's see if they can hold this down and win this game out. There's the bubble over by Bridge. Let's see what happens.
Blossom
bombardment
still
as
has
well.
his bombardment. There's another bombardment coming down. He's gonna be.
Good bubble, good bubble, good bubble.
Oh, thank God. I thought he missed it for a second. So they're gonna be able to get in between control. They know there's a Spitfire on the board. Blossom still has his bombardment. He's biding his time to do it, and he's gonna get a couple
Antimatter
wingman
taken
shots.
out in 5th place, just like that.
Oof.
4 squads remaining. OSU Black trying to hold their ground. Kona, you need to res. You need to heal, my boy. Get a swap or something. There
the
is the
bombardment's gonna go
bombardment
out.
late from the Gibby on Blossom before the knock. He is going down as the martyr for the squad. And Yuxi staying alive for Valkyrie. Oh no! One shot as the bombardment comes down. And it's gonna be taken out. Internerd Gaming.
Oh.
And Ibex! Just like
Ibex?
that.
What?
What just happened?
What? Were they just sitting there the entire time? Just happened?
They were under the
What?
bridge. They played that dome early on the left-hand side and then
Oh
placed that
my
bombardment.
goodness. I thought both of them got eliminated. Oh my goodness. Okay.
And there it is. It's Ibex to come in clutch here for the first time this series here on the second week of the Amateur Apex circuit. It's going to be Elphonic, Linux, and Paul99.
That was a surprise, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
I did not. I personally thought they were either eliminated or were just about to be eliminated, but I guess not. They really held on. They
Yeah.
were hopeful and they played. It's the fact that we didn't see them while they let the other two teams fight in that
Mhm.
small of an area. Very well played.
Dude, holy smokes, actually. I mean, Ibex being able to pull off that W, finding themselves points on the board, another new team, though. That means that this is all or nothing. All of these teams are trying to find themselves to be the top leaders, and they are showcasing that they can play in these final circle situations.
They're just trying to find enough points to make it to the next place.
Alrighty, and we are back here in the Apex Legends Amateur Circuit. We are coming up on ourselves to a final Game 10 match here. And there is something important to note here. If you notice, there are 5 places here in the top 20 of Division 1. On the bottom 5, if you do not make it past that, you do drop down to the second division and get replaced from the top 5 teams from the second division who will move on to Division 1 for a chance at that prize pool. So, the 5 teams who we are looking at to make an impact here is going to be the only scans, UHM Lilac, SJSU Gold, CSUDH Cardinal, and the MSU Texas Gold. So tell me, Blunder, what do these teams to do in order to succeed here going into the final game?
From what I've seen, especially, I think UHM Lilac has the easiest transition to be able to, especially, I think they're very capable of making it to top 3. Very, very capable. Because consistently they are taking very early fights in uh, high density areas like Fragment. So and I think if they stop doing that, because the thing is, all of them are very, like, it's clear they are all very mechanically talented and they can definitely shred some people. However, they keep taking fights and then they get unlucky when another team comes in, and at a certain point it stops being luck and just being, you need to stop taking those certain fights. And I think that goes for Cardinal as well. It's just with them it's slightly different because they're the opposite. They don't take enough fights. You know, they still have the same mechanic. They still have great mechanical skill. It's just they don't take the fights. And so I think those 2 teams definitely have very clear improvements that they can make. I think for MSU Texas Gold, we haven't seen a lot of them, so I don't, I can't, say for sure what exactly they need to do. But I think there's a certain place where you need to start playing for position and try to sneak out a game. Ibex actually was in that 5 until they just won that game by playing positioning perfectly, and they were able to steal the victory, which even surprised the people watching the game.
You
So
know,
yeah.
True that. You're absolutely right on that. And Ivex securing themselves an 11th place here. So now all they have to do is just find themselves any amount of KP or get themselves in a top 3 situation, and they are moving on next week to Division 1. And that was such a clutch play for them there in the 9th game here. Let's see what they can do now. I want to see UHM Lilac play. I want to see SJSU Gold play. Every single game thus far, they have gotten points on the board, except for that last round. Let's see if they can give themselves at least 10 to break themselves into the 30-point range and make it close. Because listen, Fundamentalists and Revenge are tied at 36 points for 11th and 12th place. 12th and 13th place. As well as that, you got the GCU Academy only holding 33 points, and then the UA Crimson only with 25. So anyone's game is still there if you can play a good game.
Yeah, and I think especially the separation from 15 to 10 is 10 points. That is anything. You get a little bit of KP, a little bit of placement, you have surpassed 5 other teams. That's all you need.
I am excited. This is where it is starting. Let's get those nerves shaken out of your pants. Everybody, if you are watching, let's get this going. Let's see who we got going. We're seeing a couple Watsons, mostly Valkyrie and Wraith, though. You got the Gib starting to come out. Here is Caustic. Let's see if we can get any outliers here, though. We got an Ashe. You got Valkyrie Gib, pretty much the fills. We got 1 or 2 Seers. Yeah, it looks like everyone's sticking to their normal comp.
And the one team, I was gonna mention, there is one team that I think has been standing out this entire game, and that has been OSU Black. While they haven't been super flashy or necessarily cashed up, they have consistently been in the top 5, and they are very good at doing what they do, which is getting a little bit of KP at the beginning, and then getting that placement.
Yeah, if you look at their points on the board here throughout the series this week, they've got points every single game. So that is what you like to see, and they are going to be moving on here into the Division 1 in the 3rd week. But let's get underway here on the final game of the night. Here are these teams dropping. A lot of teams going on that bottom half map this time. It looks like that Fragment, East, and West are going to be the only really populated spots here, as you got 2 teams over on Climatizer And then Overlook is going to be completely barren, as you got Skyhook finding some teams over by Staging as well. And then other than that, you're looking at most teams over by Big Mod, Tree, and Lava City. Wow, Toki knocked with the Rampage from Naughty
Oof.
Boy. 150 damage off the rip.
You know, yeah, I hate to see that. That is not something you want, especially right now.
Toki is peeing his pants right now, needing his teammate to come. Let's see if that Wraith can come in clutch for the boys, but they are separated. Look at that distance in between them. He is not in a good spot to be knocked as well. He's not even by like a loot pattern spot at all. He is just straight up in the lava right now.
Yeah, and especially UHM Lilac being one of those teams that really needs to pop off and, you know, show us who they are in this game. This is not a good start, and it might even be the end for them.
Especially just Toki right now, because they're getting those nades off, starting to find damage, and I think that Pander is starting to find some peaks over on the left side. He's going to call them out, and there is the ping. Mondo getting that finish on Toki, making it a 2v3 officially. Let's see if he can get that swap off to make it a reset. There's a rampage of his own from Indy.
Fortunately, that Gondola going to be really just messing with his spray there. That
Perfect
is,
timing.
yeah, it's the perfect timing and very unfortunate for Indy.
You know, in the Call of Duty community, we like to call that COD timing in video games. Whenever something just conveniently happens for the sake of your loss, that is COD timing.
As I say, in Siege, the amount of things that happen just due to bugs is, you know, it's bugs are a very influential part of that game, unfortunately. So, you know, Apex, while it can be buggy at sometimes, is nice in the fact that it's not a major part of the gameplay.
True that.
I think they're just going to really just try to stake out here, wait for the other team to leave, maybe forget about them, pray they don't get pushed, and go for the
They're
rest.
going to be waiting there at least another minute here, because that storm ain't even going to start coming in yet. Like, they got time, truly.
Yeah. Oh, the part.
Oh, what a drop.
Purple. And that
Okay, this is
could
basically
equalize
2
things.
lives right here. This is Wraith's chance. If they want the batter, it is nerf or nothing.
And they know that.
I love that skin, though, on the Rampage. Wow.
That is.
He didn't see him.
Oh.
He's like, all right, well, it looks like they don't know the
Look
time on
back.
it either.
Oh,
Hearing the
no.
movement. There's the Rampage,
Oh,
22.
you're gonna
There's the
crack
broken
people.
shield. There is the watch, though. That is what you call a good teammate. There it is. Now they have to reset. That's what it's going to have to be, because they are going to either push or they're going to go for it.
Oh,
Yep, that's
perfect,
perfect.
for them.
Woo!
Lilac is officially back in the game, and they are ready to with guns too and armor, and they are ready to show who they are and what they came here to do.
By the way, that bubble on the gondola was kind of clutch money. That's like a mobile shield for you as well. There's the purple swap. These guys, okay, Lilac just turned it around. They weren't looking good for a sec, but Hitscan is back for the boys, getting himself an Isle Star to drop as well. KLK. Is that a DC on their team, unfortunately? That is very... Okay. Okay.
Okay, 2 people trying to do something.
I mean, Watson and Seer isn't the worst combo, especially when you're running that double heavy. If you got that single fire on that Hemlock, you can take those 20 pops off and make a team run back. Especially if they have no info character on you as well, you can really make your team look bigger than they are.
Again, the lack of movement legend, though, I feel is probably going to bite them later on.
Oh, 1,000,000%, especially as a Watson and Seer combo. You know, Watson all they can do is fortify themselves. They're gonna try their best to try to get like a full kill off, maybe get a shield swap, hold it down, make it a 2v2, get a reset. You know, they just really have to play insane in order to make something happen here.
And Lilac being back in this, they're looking. Toki's looting. He's getting looted up. But both members have a purple on Gibby. He has a red shield essentially. So he's and they're gonna be able to find a little bit of fight. The race gonna get put down to 1. And it's really just up to Indy here to try to, you know, protect them and make sure Lilac, who's still fighting, doesn't get eliminated.
And here it is, Lilac, and it's that Wraith going for the med kit. Are they gonna get pushed though, or was that just There it is, yeah. There's the push. Watson getting picked off. Shield's gone. Now we're at a complete reset. This is Lilac's chance, but it's Toki not being able to take that fight. Luckily, this is a 2-stack. Both without shields. They are going to go for that reset here.
They don't know, and they're getting hit with the bombardment. Watson's gonna be caught out in the open, and
Yeah, there's Cairo.
Oh.
Can he stay alive?
oh
Nope. Cairo getting taken out 1v3. Lilac finding themselves points on the board. It's all up to NBN LF. Is he going to run or is he going to go for that banner? He's kind of in the open. So it's all up to Lilac squad to find that final piece.
Now let's move over to Geyser here. We're
Yeah.
gonna see Edinburgh Black really just trying to protect. They are in the next zone as well, and we're probably gonna be looking at a Geyser finish as well.
You know, Geyser is actually a great spot to be on, especially since there is no real choke point here on that back half, especially if you only have one team holding from that K side and a couple teams coming forward. You know, everyone really has to push inward, you know, towards that back wall. And I think it's going to showcase how a lot of people like to maneuver throughout an enclosed space because, again, you have all these Valks and you have all these movement characters still in this game. So you're going to see a lot of people pushing on top of each other to see who can get that height advantage.
And I'm excited to see Geyser because finally that might mean I get to see some actual indoor gameplay and not a bunch of teams out in the open. Well, because while that is
true.
enjoyable, Blunder would like to see some CQC.
Oh, yeah. I want to see it all up close and personal. I want to see blood, sweat, and tears on the cheeks of others.
Especially for teams that are risking relegation right now. You want to see you want to see some really cool plays coming out from them because they're in the final stretch of trying to make sure they don't get eliminated.
And real quick, just to point out, look again at Edinburgh Black, putting themselves in a very good position here. Look at them holding on to that final circle. They know it's going to be closing back in on them. So here they are in the first circle, just really holding back, saving their loot, just playing that information, and especially having an ult ready to go. You got Loba Shop, you got Gibby ult, you got Valk Push, and you can make yourself known for free as Valkyrie with those missiles, not even wasting a single bullet, just time.
And the one thing that does have Edinburgh, and the reason why they're probably not going to be able to push at all, is that Caustic. Caustic in Geyser is probably this is a Caustic's dream.
Oh,
if
yeah.
Caustic is in Geyser, he can hold a building for the entire game. You cannot push it. If you do, you lose. Unfortunately, I have made many mistakes in my ranked games thinking I was better than that. I am not. You will lose.
You know, this is where you'd love to see a Duvin here with those nades to push out against those Caustics. You know, he's just going to be sneaking around in those windows like a little rat he is. I want to see... Really? No. Blossom! Oh, can we get an F in the chat for our boy Blossom? We love him. We appreciate you. They are playing so good. OSU Black. They are going to be some carrying themselves, though, in Division 1. So no worries, no fret behind that. As long as they can stay alive here, play themselves out. 16 squads here. You know, they just need to run, keep themselves alive. They got golds. Kona Boy, luckily as the Wraith. Oh, a Duvin. They are hungry. Oh, no. This is not the team you want chasing.
You do not want a Duvin with a Duvin with a nade is not something you want, ever. Near you. If you're on his team, it's great for you. If you're against him, you want to run away as fast as you can.
What you don't want is a Duvin with nades and a purple mag wingman. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, a Duvin, especially the thing is, 3 thermite nades, no rampage. You know what he's using them for.
Alrighty, Aluka, Antimatter Gaming, they found themselves a building to hold on to as well. Now here's the Caustic you've been talking about. This is how you hold a building. So much damage to tick here for the boys. Internerd Gaming as long as Antimatter. And look at FSU and Garnett here holding at the top with the boys. It looks like there are still so many teams that can make an impact here. Let's see how many kills we can find pulled off here. Now, as a Caustic, what do you want to see here, Blunder? What's the best way to hold as a Caustic?
You sit in the building and you don't move. If you have enough loot and you have enough ammo, do not fire a single shot. You wait for your Q to recharge. If a team pushes you, you ult them, kill them, and take their loot. You are in the best position if you are in zone, especially in Geyser. Because the thing is that Geyser is very specific because the only entrances to every building is either a single door or a double door. And so you can just hold every single door with a Caustic.
And look at a Duvin here, getting the hard push, getting the bat off though, breaking the shield off on the Crypto, making it a 2v2. Look at this team though. It's all up to Kerns here. Come on, Cheesy Man, taking out Revenge, trying to hold off the bridge, but it's gonna be the Inner Nerds coming back to get the res off. Kill leader with 15 squads left. They are in zone. They are sitting nice and pretty.
And we have Cardinals here, a team that needs to pop off. They
They
needs to
need
secure
this
some kind
one.
of points, and they're going for it. They're holding a building. They have the Valk, they have the Gibby, they have the Wraith. They have all the tools for successful rotations. However, they're being blocked off by another team. And so it's going to be very difficult, I think, for them to finally make it through that unless they Valk over.
All right, come on, Cardinals. Let's see if this can be the one for you boys. They are in zone, so they will be okay as we push ahead. There's an Arc Star. Don't give it to a Duvin. He will hear that ping. And there is some pops off on a person with no shields on the top hill. Quick Mark getting his shields broke as a Gray. Not looking too good. Toki, though, the Lilac squad. These are both teams that need this. Oh, my God. This is a huge game right here for both of them.
He saw the portal. Toki saw the portal. Toki knows
So
what's about to happen.
Toki's out. Toki's trying to find some info, and it's now a 3v1. I think they're just going to be playing their life here, going for the swaps, and it looks like they're going to charge that. Oh, no, and there it is. The Cardinals taking out GG's UHM Lilac. There you have it. It is 14 squads as it's going to be. The boys over from the UHM. Oh, nice try. Hard effort, boys. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Lilac is going for it. They want it. They wanted that.
Look at Prominence as well. It's only up to Aether trying to get that bat off, waiting for a peek, and it looks like this team is going to want that. He is the final one. There is the drone taken out immediately with that Prowler action. Whoa, I want that skin so bad. You don't understand. I'm like 5 levels away. But there he is, Prominence taken out. And there's the charge rifle action on Antimatter. Guys, they're still looking hot, and it's back to Edinburgh Black.
This is an Apex spectator mode moment. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, Noisu. I like a black scope. This guy's quick scoping, guys.
Some Modern Warfare 2 action.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2.
Let's come with the ramp. Oh, we didn't get the charge rampage off. I hate when that happens too.
Yeah.
Just remove the gun from the game.
Oh, true. That's not a bad
Vault
idea
it.
either.
I'd be okay with a vault.
Pull out some Fortnite action. Drum gun.
Yeah, can we get the Spider-Man gloves in Apex?
Oh my gosh. Please no.
It's Pathfinder.
I want to swing my webs, dude.
We cannot
That'd be
have
so
that.
fun. I mean, that's basically Pathfinder, but without cooldown.
I want TF2, Titanfall. I mean, not Team Fortress. Titanfall 2. I want Titanfall to grapple. Personally.
I want Titanfall 2 fucking Kraber.
I've never played Titanfall.
It's good. It's worth
It's
playing.
like Apex.
Is the movement crazier though? Because I heard there's like pilots
Yes.
or something.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Titans and shit, right?
They
Yeah, I don't
double
know.
jump.
Alrighty, here is the cave action. Let's take it back to the UHM Lilac again.
Oh,
pushing
and
hard.
Toki.
That is the 3rd knock from Toki this game. It's
really
now a
good to see it.
2v3 again, but it's gonna be
It's
the,
not looking good for. It's not looking good for Lilac.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna have to lose Toki here again. It's gonna be a second death of the game. That's very unfortunate. But Lilac wants it, and they know that is a shell that just. has
Oh
to
no,
break.
look at these knocks though. OSU Black eliminated. KLK eliminated as well.
Uh-oh.
Kaiser Lake taken out, and here comes GCU to push up
Yeah.
UHM Lilac, taking out the 9th squad. GG's Lilac, you tried your hardest. Let's hope that KP can move you on into Division 1 for next week.
We sure hope so. We're gonna see Inner Nerd Gaming. We're gonna see people on top of that. They're gonna see the Wraith Portal come right
Does
by
Inner
them.
Nerd have 12K this game?
Yes.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Trying to catch up.
Yeah, they're trying to catch up. Yeah, they're trying to catch up to Antimatter.
Internet had a very dominant performance at the beginning, and they've fallen back a little bit, but now they're getting back their steam. And a Duvant.
Kraber.
Already a Duvant busting out the nades. Paxson with a couple of his own.
And this is the one thing you have to be worried about. As a
Okay,
pro stick.
did he use his Thermites already, or did he just switch to Arc Stars?
I think he might have switched to Arc Stars.
I am disgusted at Duvant. I hope you hear this. When you look back at the VOD, I hope you hear this.
Addy, get the Kraber. I want to see another week 1.
Yeah, come on, bro.
But Pax
I
with
want to
the
be able to
controller.
get a good clippable moment that I can put on my resume so I can get hired someday.
We all hope so, to be honest.
Anti-batter.
Antimatter. Oh, only one left. It's gonna
They
be all
pushed
up to Aluka
Edinburgh.
as the Ash just ratting. And here is Geyser. We're slowly going into round 4. We're gonna look at how the charge rifle from Edinburgh is gonna absolutely decimate anyone who is on the opposing side of that barrel.
And there is the early ult to push them out. Let's see if this can finish it off. It's going to be Glow tested here with that flatline to push them off.
Oh.
And Glow tested getting contested as well. And
Oh, and he
not
gets Kraber.
a shot. Beat by the Kraber from Paxson.
All right, Gibby's gonna get a crack, but they're just gonna have to backtrack here.
Wow,
they can't do anything.
wow.
That
Oh,
Kraber shot from the other.
no.
Oh, and Pax's gonna knock Yuxi.
Okay, it looks like Antimatter is showing them how to put in work here. Antimatter eliminated and Edinburgh Black eliminated.
Inner Nerd Gaming is picking it up. They are kicking ass and taking names. They are showing absolutely no mercy. And Aduvant still has more nades!
That is okay. Okay, he had 3 Arc Stars, 2 frags, 3 Thermites, and he has officially used them all. You stinky bastard. Anyway.
Oh,
here
there's
it
his own
is.
medicine.
And there he goes, getting nades of his own medicine as well, getting pushed off, but he has that gold shield, so he has the free meds coming back. SRC holding that inner building now. This is a frag. They have the gases down. They got free meds. They got pickups. And now, wasting the nade. Unfortunate. 4 squads remaining. It's all up to inner. Here
Inner
it
Nerd
is.
with 13 kills on the board. GCU Esports is still holding strong.
Kraber
But
shot
I-
again.
And Ibex still
Yeah.
holding strong. They've really picked it up. They were facing elimination no longer. SRC is going to absolutely thieve, and he's going to get down. Oh!
And there is SRC getting eliminated, making Pax on the final piece left. And there are the Arcstar nades to get a Duvant to 1 shot. He is going to be able to stick that reds, though. Paxson, does he have the gold bag?
Yes, he does.
He does! Oh my god, this man's absolutely
And
golded
here
out.
comes a Duvant.
Stay golden, pony boy.
The Nade Goblin, the Nade Menace, is ready to absolutely destroy them.
And he's
Yeah,
gonna
the
say
Inner
nade
Nerd-
neutralizer.
Inner Nerd Gaming is on a warpath, and there are 2 other teams in their way. And I do
And
not
he's
think
sticking the res.
exactly. And he does not care. It is as simple as that. Ibex, knowing who they're going against, is playing very carefully, and they're going to try to maybe get a couple of shots on the res. Will they get a couple? We'll see.
And it looks like they're not going to be able to stick that res. Remember, the car is my least favorite gun in this game, actually. Just such bad, whatchamacallit, recoil on the gun. I think it needs a buff if they want it to be implemented more in the game. I do like how it does have the interchangeability, though, between light and heavy. So I guess it evens out in total.
It does
But
more
here-
damage than the R9, though. That's for sure.
Not gonna lie,
Yeah,
the thing
true.
about the car, I don't scope them with it. That is a hip
Yeah.
fire
It's
hip fire
machine.
gun.
It's almost like a
Okay.
prowler, you know.
Yeah,
The prowler
it's
hip fire
full auto.
from like 50 meters is still accurate.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, here are the final 3 teams. It's going to be Ibex spotting the enemy over by Cave. Here is GCU Esports holding on that K side. They are all ready to find this push. And then the final team, it's going to be a big boys, Inner Nerd Gaming. Let's see who can take it all the way. Who's going to start initialize this fight? It's a 2
Illegal movement.
A little W key action.
Oh, and that recoil control through 3 different sets of bars, kind of fantastic.
No more Kraber shots, though. But they have an alternator now.
Yeah, they have the alternator instead of the Kraber. That's just another switch from a broken weapon to a broken weapon. Here
Internet-
is Paxson, though, with that R3 damage, still making their presence known. And he's wall jumping for the lulz. Here comes a Duvant trying to be a little pushmeister here. No nades to his name, but he's got the splatter rounds from the big mod.
And
The splatter rounds do more damage, don't they?
Nah, just.
Or do you have more clip?
Oh, here comes the
No,
Valk.
they actually
the thing
nerfed all
is,
that. No.
Okay.
the Aduvant still has ult. And that is the scary part. No nades, but ult. And the thing is, that ult has already won them a game so far. So let's see if maybe he can get the same effect. There goes the Seer ult.
Oh, he just got pushed out there, and he's going to be taking out Linux here. Going for that cancel res. And it's going to be the bombardment as well. They need to play this out, and Ibex is eliminated. It's the final two with this bombardment still fully in play. And there is the ultimate from Aduvant as well. Now it's going to be 3v3 GCU versus Inner Nerds Gaming. Sorry, baby boo.
Alright, and they're all on the other side of the pillar. Seer Qs are going to keep going out and out until they eventually start going in. They know that's a Mirage clone. They're not going to fall for that bamboozle. Oh, and Naughty Boy is going to take a little bit of damage. Panda R also is going to get almost cracked. And they're going to try to go for a reset. Inner Nerd Gaming is starting to push up. Aduvant is starting to push up on the other squad. He's going to take ground, and he's going to allow for his other teammates to push up. And it's just going to, and they are just in a choke.
Yep, Aduvant looking for the 10K. This is it. They are looking good, and Gibby can't play that shield quite enough. It's a 1v3, and they take it. Inner Nerd Gaming to win the final game here on Friday night of week 2, day 2 of the Apex Amateur Circuit.
Yeah, considering the snowball effect that team had, that was very likely to happen. They were not taking anything. They were taking everything.
That is a GG in the chat. Paxson, Weta, and Aduvant. GG's, boys, as you finish off. Looking pretty ever since you guys caught that in the back. What a GG in the chat. I am proud of each and every one of you. GG's to everyone as well. That is the final game, and we will be back with those final scores here on week 2. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is the final game here in week 2 of day 2 here on the ALAC Apex Amateur Circuit Tournament. Let's take a look-ski back at this Division 1 play here. Game 10, Inner Nerd Gaming absolutely annihilating with 25 kills and 37 points here going into week 3 here. That is what you love to see as they absolutely shredded out here in that final game, holding down that back hold on Geyser, making sure that their presence was aware the whole time, and they just initiated and annihilated. So, Blunder, tell me, what teams did you like seeing here today, and who really showed out in your opinion?
The one team that I will say, and they improved better, was Lilac. They definitely, again, it's the thing because, again, I said before the game, they need to stop taking quick fights. And while they did take a fight at the beginning of the game, they realized that's not a good idea. Again, and they got a little bit of luck too. Found a purple shield, was able to Wraith Q to that, and just walk away, get the banner, and then they were able to get enough points to just barely make it out of relegation.
And they will be moving on here, continuing fourth in Division 1. An absolute clutch performance from Lilac. You love to see that play here as they will move on as the unit. But a couple other teams, a 1-point differential as well here between. That's just absolutely crazy. Yeah. That's insane. The closest it could have possibly been.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Yeah,
And then as well as that, continue, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
because
no, no, I was gonna say-
Antimatter's taking that extra point here in that
Yeah.
because it's so with the bloodthirsty team, I believe if that's what it's called, they take one extra point, and then we also have to look at the highest points of kills as well. But well, that's
Yeah.
another thing. But 1 point differential, like literally, if Inner Nerd killed 26th, we'd be giving out 3 points this weekend or this whole week. That's crazy.
True.
And it's all going to come down.
Crazy.
Those 1 extra points, the fact that Antimatter finished first this week, but then Inner Nerd finished first last week, they're going to be exactly like right on par with points here.
So going into that next matchup, they are going to be looking to see who can hold on that top spot. It is any team's matchup. Would it be Antimatter or would it be Inner Nerd? This is what you like to see here, a rivalry starting in the making.
And I was gonna say the other team that definitely surprised me during this these 5 games is Ibex. The ability to simply steal a game from 2 different teams fighting it out and then coming in and capitalizing on a couple of mistakes that the other teams made is fantastic gameplay. That is exactly what you want to see.
I would agree as well. Now, as well as that, you got FSU Garnett holding their 11th place spot as well here. Moving on, they were looking a little dicey here going into that back half of these 10 games, but they ended up clinching it, getting 17 kills as well for a total of 47 points on the board. Good games to them. Fundamentalists as well as the GCU Academy, Revenge, all moving on. GG's, boys. I am proud to see this great gameplay just in general. All great players, all doing well. And let's just give a quick GG's and shout out to Only Scans, U8 Crimson, SJ, SU Gold, CSD, CSU DH Cardinal, and MSU Texas Gold. This is unofficial, of course, but as of now, you played your hardest, but you will be moving down to Division 2. And then as well as that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you did enjoy the commentary in any way, shape, or form, make sure you head on over to twitch.tv/Conwar as I commentate over on Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Rocket League, Fall Guides, and all other sorts of games almost every single day. So if you enjoyed my beautiful voice, you can see my face as well over there at twitch.tv/Conwar.
You know what? I'll shout myself out.
Yeah,
I saw a comment in the chat. I will do it. Twitch.tv/political_sandwich. I stream very sporadically and when I feel in the mood. However, if you want to watch some slightly above average gameplay and listen to me rant about politics and how this world is falling apart, please come join me.
Gang, gang. And with that being said as well, thank you so much for having us over from the ALAC. Thank you for letting us commentate It's been our pleasure. We are going to catch you guys again here in the following weeks. You have yourselves a wonderful night. And before we let you go, we're going to pitch it on off to our big man papa, Young Twitchy.
Well, thank you for that introduction. That's really feel a little blush there. First off, I want to mean a lot to all of us. I mean, really, this is kind of like a community that we've created from basically nothing. We have a lot of big things planned for the coming weeks. We're looking at a lot of sponsorships, a lot of full-on big things. Prize pool possibly going up, more teams coming in left and right. Things are about to change really quickly, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for us. We're doing our best we can, staff size. So if anybody wants to help out, cast anything, production, anything, join our Discord, send us a message, anything. We are open at all times to support you guys and create this whole community, because we want to be your first step into esports, anything casting wise, anything. So we appreciate you guys. And last thing is the standings. We will be going through everything one time, looking at disputes, things like that, things of that sort, hoping that we could try to give 1 point, 2 points, whatever. And that's about it. All scores are unofficial till about, I want to say like Sunday, but realistically they should be pretty quickly done. Other than that, I want to say thank you guys again. Yeah, you guys all have a great day. Congratulations to UHM Amber for clutching out Division 1, and CDE in Division 3 scoring, what is this, 253 points. It looks like they won almost every game. Oh my goodness gracious. That is just some crazy stuff. So I can't wait to see these guys progress through the ranks and come up into Division 1 and make us even more competitive. But other than that, I will see you all next week.